but we have another topic, and that was the Oscars, which were on ABC, which Mark went to. Tell us
According
about
to the survey,
what
1 out of 10
happened.
of you watched.
Only 1 out of 10.
So thanks for that.
So what happened with the views this year? I heard they were down a lot over years past. What's going on with that?
I don't know. From it's hard for me because I'm so deeply embedded in it. But from the outside looking in, I would think someone's thinking, wow, everything is going to have to be so politically correct. There'll be nothing unpredictable this year.
Okay.
And also because of the big faux pas at the end, they've probably, checked everything, so there'll be nothing out of the ordinary this year.
Okay.
And also no big stars. I love Gary Oldman. Gary Oldman delivers a great performance. When I saw that performance, I thought he's probably going to win. But let's face it, does anybody ever go up, oh, yeah, I've got to go see that new Gary Oldman movie. that new Gary Oldman movie.
You know what I was just thinking of the other
same
day?
with Frances McDormand. Frances McDormand is a great actress worldwide. But at the same time, it's not like the name you put at the very top of the poster with her image going, gotta go see that new Frances McDormand. So we were missing the Jennifer Lawrences this year. Denzel was nominated, but early on the movie wasn't quite tracking for him to get the award. He says he wasn't going. So I know if I'm on the outside looking, I'm thinking, well, Denzel doesn't want to be there. I don't want to be there even by turning it on.
So the star power is to account for the 25 million views that they had. Is that what's going on here?
I think that's one side of it, and then I do think that politics polarizes people, and I think people from the left and right weren't tuning in for some of those reasons.
You don't think? Okay, so we posted this on our Facebook page and asked you guys what you think. Juanita Sturba says that it has become far too political. She loves the movies, and she loves the glamour that used to be the Oscars, but it's just not like what it used to be. So I looked into this, and Ellen and Chris Rock had the highest viewed Oscars performances to date, I believe.
Right?
Yeah.
Why don't we bring them back? Is it Jimmy Kimmel that's just not rating with our viewers? What could it be?
Yeah, I think they had a taste of him last year. He did a great job. He did fine this year. And also, I think a lot of people thought it was going to be politically charged. But really, there may have been 2 direct political jokes in the entire evening.
It was not super political, in my opinion. You had the Time's Up pins scattered throughout the show, but people weren't wearing black like they've done on red carpets past. And for the most part, it was an entertaining Oscars.
Now, I think there's something even bigger happening.
Okay.
Here we go.
I think that people, the demo, right? Everyone talks about the demo, 18 to 49, that's what advertisers like because that's when you're choosing what you like to buy and then you end up staying with that product for life. So that's what they want. It was down 25% just in that demo. And I think that there's just other things grabbing our attention. There are people that love nothing more in this world than fishing. There's a channel for them. Right?
True.
Video games are a much bigger industry than all of Hollywood and music combined. And when you watch a movie, it's a couple hours, it's a great time. Kids and even young adults and adults with kids are playing video games for 4 or 5 hours a night.
True.
And if they're in a game, they're not going to stop that, run over to the TV and watch the Oscars. So I think there's a big cultural shift. There's just a gravity where you might see pops here and there because a big popular movie is going to be up there that everybody likes or big Hollywood stars, but I think the gravity of running to the TV to sit down on a Sunday to watch the Oscars, families are busier. What do we do on Sunday? You're cleaning the house or you're getting the clothes ready, you're getting food ready, and you just may not sit down to watch the Oscars like you used to back in the day. And there's nothing wrong with that. It's just, I think, culturally, there's a lot of things just pulling at our attention. It was a great show. I watched it. I made time. I had to fold in family stuff. I was playing doctor with my daughter over here while trying to watch you guys. And watch the speeches and the wrap-up and all that. And, she just ended up falling asleep on me. And I felt bad. I'm like, she should be in her bed right now. But I'm trying to watch this. We're all trying to juggle so many things. So I think that's at least... I don't know what percentage of the reason why it's down, but we all know it's pulling at our attention. There's so much going on every day.
Having covered it for several years, I've watched social media, as part of the coverage, become more and more a part of the process. Like you see celebrities FaceTiming live on their way down the red carpet now. So my thing is, you don't have to watch to get updates. Like anything else, I know people that were just getting tweeted their updates. We're also following on in real time. You could watch on the website and find out what was going on with the Oscars. And also, I love movies. I passionately love movies.
Oh, yeah.
I will tell you this. If I weren't a part of this family, I probably wouldn't be that embedded in watching the Oscars.
Interesting.
I love bacon. I don't want to go watch bacon get
Oh, my
made.
God, no, you didn't.
I don't want to go to the Bacon Museum.
I mean, but
I consume it.
But don't you though? If they gave away free bacon at the Bacon Museum, I'd be there.
If they gave away free bacon, then
I was
I'm
going
there.
to say, what about the people that maybe with the Me Too, movement, they're thinking,
Right.
all right, what is really going on in Hollywood? You're hearing all these different kind of things happening, and maybe
Okay.
they're questioning, what is going on.
Right.
Right.
And maybe that's a part of it.
Right, yeah. Why turn attention to this if it's such a dirty industry
Right.
with all
It's
these
not,
secrets
but yeah.
that. And another thing too, here is there award fatigue? I mean, I feel like the award season starts in what, October maybe?
There used to be the
this is
the
the
Oscars
big
and
one.
Golden Globes. Now there are like 16 others that fall
Right,
into.
and they get
I
TV
get
time.
that.
You can watch all these awards now. You don't have to just get the clips. I mean, you can watch them if you're really into it.
Before I even cared really about movies, because honestly, up until 3 or 4 years ago, I didn't spend the time to watch each and every a nominee that was going to be up for an Oscar. But I would tune in for the fashion.
Yes.
And so, I don't know, in years past, you didn't even have to care about the movies to just want to tune in to see what
Right.
people were wearing. So I feel like, that demographic should still be there. And then we have this reality TV generation. You're talking about the shift in what people are watching. Keeping Up with the Kardashians airs on Sunday nights, just like the Oscars did, maybe not as early, but people tune in to watch that in droves. And so is there an interest in this reality lifestyle now versus the beauty that was cinematic, the cinematic industry, and what Hollywood brings to
The
life?
golden age is gone.
That's the one.
That's what
Is
you're
the
saying.
golden age gone? That's exactly what I'm
So
saying.
one thing that I saw that I've never seen, maybe you've seen it before because you're there. I saw a guy on stage. He was winning an Oscar. I forget for what, and he's wearing Adidas sneakers.
Okay.
Oh.
And I'm like, okay, that's totally cool. This guy's got great style. Awesome. Way to go. Be yourself.
Right.
But that's just different. It's just different. I mean,
Tough.
back in the day, it was bow ties. There was almost no strain. You kind of knew what to expect. There's some nostalgia about that.
Okay.
When you start throwing in things
It's
that
too casual now?
For people that watch the Oscars and they love it over the years, that's a little. And I'm 39. That was
Right.
jarring for me. I was like,
Okay.
okay, this is a little bit casual here.
I know who you're talking about. It was Christopher Plummer, but the man's 89. It was a long day. He'd been on his feet for 100 miles of
Do
carpet.
you want him to be uncomfortable, Rob?
Maria jumps in and
Yes.
Maria says, Hollywood's not relatable to the average person. I don't know why I made you a Kennedy all of a sudden. It's one thing to see dresses, quite another to be preached at by a bunch of people whose moral compass comes from the Harvey Weinsteins of the world.
Ooh.
Oh, Maria.
I think we should have you
That
here,
takes-
here
that
to
takes
read
a lot
your
of
comments
boxes.
all of the time.
That takes a lot of
Maria.
boxes.
Joshua
That's
Wilson.
The opinion of many people.
sorry.
Absolutely.
So Joshua says that I really don't watch any of these TV shows anymore because they are usually political. I'd rather see happy stars make fun of each other and their acting rather than a political pun and jokes making fun of the star that you saw tipping or tripping over the red carpet. Okay, so he just wants a good time and to watch quality reality TV is what I think he's after.
I
And maybe
agree.
that's what a lot of people are
I
after.
know definitively what happened. What happened
Oh,
was,
oh.
on my Instagram
Oh,
feed,
God,
right
here we
before the
go.
award show started, I said Lady Bird wasn't going to win anything.
Oh,
and people said, well, the heck with that. I'm gone.
But what about the idea that the Oscars is now trying to figure out ways to connect socially with the viewers, where last year they had the tour come in during the Oscars and they were part of the whole presentation. And this year they had some of the celebrities go over to a theater across the street to get that interaction and try to up the social content.
Right.
Ready? Two things. Number
Okay.
one, people know when they're being pandered to.
Ooh, okay.
People are smarter than you think. Number
Yep.
one. And number two, when he said, let's get over there and let's go meet some of these people, I know what I saw.
Yeah.
No one was getting up.
I
He had to
know.
guilt people into going. And it was awkward because they weren't going to get up out and go and do this thing that they weren't ready for.
Right.
Now, it's not as if they hate the fans. That's not what was going on.
Right.
But there
Right.
is a disconnect there. People, I mean, they have a totally different life. I mean, the guy that he talked to read the card, he's an electrician from Lake Elsinore. I probably went to high school with that guy, so I get it. So, I mean, there's just a disconnect, and there's nothing wrong with that, but you can see why. You know, they're in their world. This is their biggest night.
Right.
We're kind of watching from the outside looking in. A lot of, even though they try and bring you in the room, there's a disconnect.
So Nick Savvy is saying, and this is from our Facebook post, so if you're interested and you're commenting later on, we have a Facebook post up where we can track all of your comments. He says that it embodies what's wrong with America, speaking about the Oscars.
Yeah.
Idolizing celebrities and fictional characters over having a normal lifestyle and what that means for America. That if we were to just appreciate the normal average Joe more, maybe we'd be better off as society.
True.
Thoughts?
Yeah,
I live my life by exactly what Peter Parker's uncle told him.
Spider-Man?
Yeah, with great power comes great responsibility. I'm just going off the tip that people are, they're living their lives based on fictional characters.
I just love that I knew that was Spider-Man.
I know.
I didn't know. I
You're
was like,
cool.
oh.
Ariana.
Go me.
I would say living in Ohio, you're the first person I've ever met that's been to the Oscars.
Oh.
Or even close to it.
Really?
That's how far removed I am.
He's famous.
Yeah. I mean, I know you're famous.
No,
but
please.
I never have met someone like that, and I think about all the problems that I have in my life, and it just seems so far-fetched that I'm just not going to spend, like you said, 4 hours when I have to cook, I have to clean, I have to get everything ready. I'm not going to, I don't have as much time to do it.
Neither does Janelle Hall or Julie Hall. She says the Oscars are like 5 hours long. Who wants to spend that much time?
All right.
Amen. I can't even dedicate that much time to, I don't know, going shopping. And
No,
I love
it-
to do
Clean in the
that.
house.
No event should last longer than one simple hors d'oeuvre tray.
Yeah.
Oscars, like, you'd have to go through 50 of them.
Or a
And-
bottle of wine.
or a bottle of wine. And if you were there, you would be severely underwhelmed. It's not what it used to be.
Really?
Yeah, they got to
not-
fix it by next year.
Really, I just want to look at all the beautiful people, like you guys, like I get to do every day, of
my
course.
God.